range, a long warranty, and a host of new safety equipment thanks to a recent update, and a lower price than before, doesn't sound too bad. But the Skywell BE11 is a Chinese electric car that is terrible to drive and has an awful entertainment system. When there are so many other options around, this is best avoided. The GWM Aura 03 started life as the Aura Funky Cat, but the Chinese manufacturer quickly decided a different name might work better for the UK market. Unfortunately, the car itself didn't change. It has an excellent safety rating and a decent warranty, but there are a lot of small electric car rivals that cost similar money or less, and most of them are better to drive and better inside. The poor entertainment system is now driving. But now, let's get to the top 10 best EVs that you can buy right now. Kicking off the list, the BMW i7 is an electric saloon which is as big as it is luxurious. The looks on the outside might not be to everyone's taste, but inside you are treated to a world of electric luxury that few cars can get close to, especially if you've added the 31.3-inch theatre screen on the options list. If your idea of luxury travel is to be able to forget you're in a car at all, then a chauffeur-driven i7 should be right up your street. It's not just incredible to sit in either, it's brilliant to drive as well, offering a massive range, impressive handling for such a huge car, and punchy performance. While it is fantastic, it is rather expensive. In fact, the i7 is comfortably the most expensive car on this list. Next up, the VW ID Buzz. This long wheelbase 7-seat version is hugely spacious inside and will happily transport 7 tall adults around on many long adventures. The Buzz also has plenty of other strings to its bow. It's a nice electric car to drive with a controlled and cushioned ride, along with nicely weighted and accurate seats. If you are a French farmer in the market for a cheap runaround and you know your car history, then you might be drawn to this new Renault 4. The original 1961 version was a rival to the legendary Citroën 2CV, aiming to provide affordable rural transport. And it was such a hit it remained on sale for 30 years. This new Renault 4 though is a very different car this time around. The fully electric small SUV is agile around town and comfortable and quiet at speed. It also offers a competitive range and a smart interior, all for a very tempting price. The Skoda Enyaq was a brilliant first electric car from the Czech manufacturer, masterfully blending comfort, practicality and value to become a multi-award winner. Its smaller sibling, the Skoda Elroq, distills that same winning formula into a more compact and more affordable package. While it isn't quite as cavernous as the massive Enyaq, this fantastic all-rounder remains remarkably practical for a family, offering a refined, well-controlled ride and a solid, tech-focused interior. There is still plenty of space for 5 adults to stretch out, and despite being 20 centimetres shorter than its big brother, the Elroq still boasts a generous 470-litre boot. Perhaps most impressively, it features a helpfully tight 9.3-metre turning circle, the same as a Skoda Fabia, which makes it feel very nimble when threading through town. Remember when Smart built those half-pint city cars? It doesn't build those anymore. Now it builds big cars, like the Smart Hashtag 5, which really is big. The Hashtag 5 is massive inside, for passengers and luggage. And it's not cheap compared with some of its rivals, but you get what you pay for, which in this case means lots of standard equipment and a quality interior that wouldn't look out of place in a luxury limo. Amplifying the sense of luxury is a cosseting ride and quiet cruising manners. Our pick is the Pro Plus version, which is the entry-level trim and the bigger battery. That delivers a great range and super fast charging. We've already had a massive and impressive van-like electric option in this list, but the Kia PV5 is even better. If you're after a super practical electric car that's easy to drive and aggressively priced, the PV5 Passenger is a fantastic choice. Sure, some rivals, like the Buzz, will go further between charges, but the PV5's range will be sufficient for most, as will its charging speed. We'd go for the top spec Long Range Plus version because it has the biggest battery, plenty of equipment, and it still undercuts rivals on price. As the PV5 shows, Kia is now a well-established EV leader, with a whole host of electric options to appeal to many different buyers. The Kia EV3 is technically a small SUV, which competes against alternatives like the Volvo EX30 and Jeep Avenger, but this is a remarkably practical small SUV. It manages to offer the sort of lofty driving position and generous space, including a 460-litre boot, that you typically expect from a much larger car. The interior is nicely finished too. On the road, the EV3 prioritises comfort with a supple suspension setup that makes it an excellent long-distance cruiser. While higher spec models offer impressive ranges of more than 370 miles, we think the entry-level standard range Air model is the sweet spot for most rides. The competitive price, backed by Kia's fantastic 7-year warranty, helps make this a truly compelling all-rounder. If you're after a big, comfortable electric SUV with a premium badge, the BMW iX3 ticks all the right boxes. Dynamically, it strikes a great balance between ride comfort and driving fun. It's hugely practical too, with masses of room for passengers and a good-sized boot. And it's a brilliant electric car, offering a 500-mile official range and super fast charging. Those things make the iX3 a great car, and just as importantly, one that's very easy to live with. All of that is why we voted it as the best new car that's been launched in the last 12 months. So far, we've driven only the 50 xDrive M Sport model, but the entry-level choice looks appealing if you want to keep the cost down. In second place, it's the Tesla Model 3. This has proven to be a truly groundbreaking electric car that, despite having been on the market for several years now, still feels remarkably fresh and impressive. Much of that is down to the significant so-called Highland update it received in late 2023. That revamp successfully pushed the range even further and notably improved refinement levels. While the changes weren't completely revolutionary, they polished an already class-leading package to make it just that little bit better. Plus, late last year the car had another update, albeit a very mild one, which reintroduced an indicator stop and got rid of the fiddly steering wheel buttons from before. Crucially, the Model 3 remains exceptionally good value compared to its rivals. Owners also still benefit from access to the Tesla Supercharger network, which remains the gold standard for pricing and reliability. However, with more of these hubs opening up to non-Tesla EVs, that exclusive advantage might not last forever. Ultimately, if you opt for a Model 3, you aren't just getting an EV that handles well and features brilliant infotainment. You're getting what remains one of the most effortless electric cars to live with on a daily basis. But the number one electric car you can buy in 2026 is the Renault 5. This was our number one pick for 2025 as well, and nothing has come along to knock this incredibly impressive small electric car off its perch. It's a compact EV that offers a very usable real-world range, a supple ride and tidy handling that makes it a genuine delight to drive. Step inside and you'll find a well-finished, technologically impressive interior featuring a slick, Google-based infotainment system, all of which feels far more premium than you'd expect from one of the most affordable electric cars on the market. Now, there are other electric cars that can travel even further on full charge and are bigger and faster, but the Renault 5 delivers a fantastic blend of EV talents for an unbelievably compelling price. There are a few versions to choose from, but we reckon the 52 kilowatt-hour comfort range battery paired with the mid-level Techno Plus trim is the sweet spot. It offers an official range of more than 250 miles and includes that fancy charge indicator on the bonnet. This is a stylish hatchback that isn't just a nostalgic tribute to the original Renault 5. It's an EV you can buy with both your heart and your head. So those are the upcoming EVs to keep on your radar, the ones to avoid right now, and of course, the very best electric cars currently on sale. But what do you think of our top 10? Are there any cars you think we've missed? Or perhaps you've already taken the plunge on one we've included in the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more of our group tests, in-depth reviews and latest features, make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with what we have going on. And as always, for the